There maybe is a chance for some green to start this week after all. Taking a look at Bitcoin here on the futures chart, we are starting to get an initial hammer candle here. You see that long wick up in the head of a hammer on that candle. This is the daily chart for the futures chart for Bitcoin. And we have this gap here up to $81,000. This is the positive start in the day that you want to see. That gives you a sign that we might go up all the way up to 81,375 from 78,250 right now and close this gap, adding some potential green in the short term to the market. And so leaving the futures chart and coming to the spot chart here, again, that hammer candle is, oh man, my lighting here isn't the greatest, but the hammer candle here is really even more aggressive. And the green lines are the potential gap fill to the gap trading scenarios that we have, even potentially as high as about $85,000, where not the bottom of the wick on the futures candle was, but the head. I'll just show you it's easier. You know, the bottom of the wick here and then the head where the candle closed is all the way up here. That is also a potential gap filling scenario. And what's also giving us some hope that we actually might see green today is that the relative strength index is very oversold and it's flashing red. You only get that when it's super oversold. And also the stochastic RSI is also in oversold territory on the daily chart. And then zooming in a little bit on the charts, so leaving the daily time frame and coming to the hourly time frame, we can see that Bitcoin has actually gotten above some key points of resistance this morning from the 12 and the 21 exponential moving averages. So the short term, we're seeing Bitcoin get above some initial points of resistance. On the daily chart, we're seeing a hammer candle, at least trying to print, has a long ways to go before today's candle closes, but we're seeing bullish momentum there. And on two of our indicators, we're seeing oversold readings on the daily time frame, and we have gaps up to 81 and also potentially $85,000. These are all things that are leaning us towards, in the short term, positioning maybe more so longs in the market or taking some short-term spot positions. But overall, do not get it twisted. I am bearish. The weekly chart here looks horrific for Bitcoin, right? Everything that could be green is going to be short-term because we are well on our way to, at the very least, connecting with the 200-week exponential moving average at $70,000. And the breakout target of our bear flag here is $63,000, which is right at the 200-week simple moving average and this long-term line of support. 70 to 60K Bitcoin, in my personal opinion, is still coming. So if you're placing trades, I personally, for myself, am having very short-term trades for long and spot positions in this market. Good luck, have fun, do good things, be good people, make a bunch of money.